New Star Trek. Section 31 image shows Michelle Yeoh and her crew on a dangerous mission. When Paramount Plus first announced Star Trek, Section 31 with Michelle Yeoh in the lead, fans speculated about the kind of morally ambiguous stories the franchise would dare to tell. Now, with the release of a brand new promotional image, excitement has reignited across the fandom. The image shows Yeoh as Emperor-turned-Agent Philippa Georgiou flanked by a hand-picked team of operatives, all clad in darker, sleeker uniforms than the typical Starfleet ensemble. The visual alone teases danger, covert missions, and a crew operating in the gray areas of the Federation's ideals. This single picture hints at a lot more than just Yeoh's commanding presence. It suggests that Section 31 is leaning hard into its espionage thriller DNA, a bold stylistic departure from the hopeful exploration stories that define most Trek shows. And honestly, it looks like the franchise is about to push into daring new territory. Michelle Yeoh at the center of it all. There's no denying Michelle Yeoh's magnetic pull in the Star Trek universe. Her dual roles as the Noble Prime Universe Captain Georgiou and the Ruthless Mirror Universe Emperor cemented her as one of the most compelling figures in Star Trek Discovery. Section 31 will continue that journey, putting her in a position where her cunning, ruthlessness, and leadership collide in fascinating ways. The new image captures Yeoh with a cold, calculating gaze, holding herself like someone who has already weighed every possible outcome of a mission. She doesn't just look like a leader, she looks like a survivor, one who knows the galaxy doesn't reward idealists. If this is the Georgiou fans think they know, she's evolved once again, now walking the razor-thin line between serving the Federation and protecting her own interests. The crew, faces of Starfleet's shadow. The biggest reveal in the image isn't Georgiou herself, but the mysterious team surrounding her. Star Trek has always been about crews, the Enterprise, Voyager, Defiant, and Discovery, all defined by the people who serve together. Section 31 seems poised to do the same, but with a darker spin. From what's visible, the crew doesn't look like the polished, disciplined officers we're used to. Their uniforms are more tactical, suggesting infiltration, stealth, and missions outside the Federation's jurisdiction. Some look battle-hardened, others more like specialists, a hacker type, perhaps an intelligence analyst, maybe even an alien warrior species we haven't seen before. This visual world building suggests Section 31 isn't bound by Starfleet's traditional structure. Instead, it's a place where the best or most dangerous people are brought together for jobs no one else can or should handle. The fact that Georgiou is leading them is no accident. Who better than an ex-empress with a Machiavellian streak to command a team that exists in the Federation's blind spots? What the image suggests about the story. The image places Georgiou and her team in what looks like the ruins of a war zone. Crumbling walls, smoke in the distance, and the glint of weaponry at the ready. This isn't a diplomatic mission. This is survival, sabotage, or something even darker. If Section 31 follows through on this tone, fans might be in for stories Trek has never dared to tell before. Where Discovery and Strange New Worlds lean on optimism, this spin-off could show what happens when survival requires deception, assassination, or manipulation. How does the Federation stay pure when someone else is handling the dirty work? It's classic spy thriller territory, but filtered through the Star Trek lens. And the image screams that Georgiou is prepared to get her hands dirty while ensuring the Federation never officially knows what happened. Why Section 31 matters to Star Trek? Section 31 has always been a fascinating paradox in Trek lore. Introduced in Deep Space Nine, the clandestine organization existed to safeguard the Federation by breaking every rule Starfleet pretends to uphold. They meddled in wars, seeded biological weapons, and manipulated events across the galaxy. In Enterprise, they lurked in the shadows of Starfleet's earliest days, while in Discovery, they played a more overt role, with Georgiou herself becoming a central figure. The new image is a visual reminder that this series won't shy away from the moral compromises that define Section 31. Where the Next Generation gave us Captain Picard's diplomacy, and Voyager gave us Janeway's resilience, Section 31 seems determined to give us something darker. Georgiou's ruthlessness, weaponized for survival. Michelle Yeoh as Star Trek's risk-taker. What makes this project especially exciting is Michelle Yeoh herself. She's one of the few actors who can believably bridge the gap between the elegance of a Starfleet captain and the brutality of a